Hello, welcome to the Sloan Zone. I wanted to touch base on the whole Game of Thrones Arya situation. There are a few rumors going around, or theories, I guess, that Arya was maybe the waif, the whatever you call her, the little girl who, or not little girl, but the girl who is in the House of Black and White with her training under Hakken, however you say his name. I'm a writer. Words don't come out of my mouth easily, but so that's why you should feel so lucky that I'm here trying to talk with you guys. Point being, I was very happy that the show did not do that. I followed through some of those theories to see where they could go. So I was sitting there with my wife, like talking about it as it was happening, and I was so glad to see that George, at least the writers of the show, I imagine George Martin also, didn't go any of those weird directions. Because it's starting to feel too theory-ish, you know what I mean? Like, we want, sometimes, a show just to be a show. And this is what I thought was cool about a Brandon Sanderson discussion that he had on his class. He does a class called something like Writing About Dragons, I think, or I Like Dragons, or something like that. You gotta look it up online. I'll put a link here if I remember. The point being, he was saying that he loves magic systems, and he loves this kind of magic where you understand it, and then the magic can be used to save the world. A lot of times it shows there's magic that is kind of more like the problem of the world, and so you don't have, in that case, you don't have to understand it all. It's kind of like a more mystic, cool thought, like the wizards in The Lord of the Rings was an example he uses. If they're a wizard, they use magic. That's all you need to know. In Brandon Sanderson's books, you always have this system of magic where there's all these rules, and it's just like another level of science. I love that. I love that. And so what I'm talking about here is, what he said was that George Martin always tells him that, or sorry, in a conversation, told him that his whole thing is he wants the people to win out because of people qualities, not from magic qualities. That's very much what I believe in too. Like a lot of times the Harry Potter thing, it's more about what makes Harry Potter human rather than the magic that really wins out at the end of the day. And that's kind of a defeated point of Voldemort, like why he loses, because he has no real human side, like the love, he doesn't have the love and the friendship. Anyway, getting off track, the point being, and that's what I loved about this whole Arya situation. They didn't make it some weird, like, oh, magic trickery, switch around, all that stuff. They made it where she was just leading the other girl, the waif, who was going to try to kill her, putting the blood on the wall on purpose so that she'd follow her to where she had the little needle, the sword, hiding so she could take her out, cut off the light, take her out. Spoilers, oops, sorry. Anytime you see one of these, it's just spoilers. You have to accept it. If you're mad at me right now, it's your fault. Yes. So anyway, I wanted to just throw that out there, how happy I am to see that happen. I'm looking forward to seeing where Game of Thrones goes next, and I think that more times out of not, it's not, more times than not, it's going to be the non-magical stuff that wins out at the end of the day. And that makes me happy. All right, take care.